All right, mics are coming up. Studio is live. Good morning. Thanks for staying tuned. It is still Smooth 98.1, your smoothest dial on radio. And of course, I'm here this morning as part of Smooth Breakfast with Valentine and myself, Ayo Mairo Ese. And of course, joining us this beautiful Friday morning is the one, the only Tega Supreme. Hi, Tega.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Fine.
I notice that whenever I give you praise like this, you start with a smile.
Not really.
Unlike me.
You start with a smile, you can't deny it. All right, okay, Lagos, if you'd like to join the conversation this morning, actually, I won't restrict it to Lagos because there are people listening to us from all over the world through our Smooth FM app. If you haven't downloaded it, please do so on your Apple Store or even from your Play Store as well. You can get it and listen to us anywhere you are in the world. You can send your messages to WhatsApp 0809 444 0981. That's 0809 444 0981. On Twitter, we're at Smooth981FM. Use the hashtag LockerRoom981. And we're also streaming live on YouTube. So you can also use the comment box there to send in your messages. All right, let's go on to our first story of the day. Kerr optimistic KD can return if Warriors advance. Now, starting off with basketball, Golden State Warriors superstar Kevin Durant will not play in the rest of his team's Western Conference semifinal series against the Houston Rockets because of a right calf strain. But Warriors coach Steve Kerr says he's confident Durant will be able to return in the conference finals if Golden State can close out this series. Now, Kerr said this yesterday. I think it's good news. He said calf strain, he's had them before. He's responded well. Obviously, we're disappointed he won't be able to play in the series. If we're able to win the series and move on, looks good for his return in the not too distant future.
True. They are right about that. He picked up that injury on Wednesday night in Game 5. People that sent me a message. Wednesday night in Game 5.
Wednesday night.
in Game 5 victory. And he's the look. I know a lot of people say yes that Golden State Warriors have won an NBA title without Kevin Durant, but he's an important part of that team now. He's a solid shooter. They need his points. They need him on the floor. And so yes, in as much as the Golden State Warriors may be enough ammunition to face the Rockets without KD, why would they have to face the rest of the series without an important player like Kevin Durant? So, I mean, at first, it looked a little worse. Some people were saying, oh, it's Achilles tendon, he's out for the year. Some people were saying, oh, it's going to take 6 months to come back. The good news is that it's just a calf injury. He can heal from that, and he may be in time for the NBA championship final. So let's just keep our fingers crossed because we want to watch him play.
All right, so Rosemary Chukwuma says that she's ready to prove her mettle when the International Association of Athletics Federations, IAAF World Relays, commences in Yokohama, Japan. In a statement, she said, I feel very happy going to represent my country again, and I hope and believe in God, myself, and good luck to bring back a medal to my country. The 100 meters youth Olympics gold medalist said she would not let down her fans and her country.
It's true. Nigeria have qualified. Well, we are going to the World Relays. Let me just make it. Let me not make it look so exciting. But there are other countries there that have beaten us in World Relays, and so for me the good news is that we're able to take some of the younger athletes, some of the ones that went to the World Junior Championships and came back with medals to go there, and let's see if we can compete with the rest of the world with our own athletes. I like Rosemary. I mean, she just won with the junior. She just won with the junior at the junior athletic gold at the junior athletics championship, and now she's going to the world relay. So she's getting ready to test her wings with the rest of the professionals, see how far we can go. There's Joy, Udo, Gabriel, and a few others that are familiar faces for us, Favor, Philly, and the rest of them. So yes, we're taking all these young athletes now, and we're trying to build a new future in athletics for Nigeria. So let's keep our fingers crossed and support them. Hopefully they can beat the likes of the Great Britain and the rest, and
do you
come back with medals.
Are the hopes high or the prospect high?
Well, yes. It's relays. We are not so bad in relays. Worst case scenario, we come third.
You sound like an Arsenal fan. Okay, all right, let's move on. Tennis here. Naomi Osaka loses to Belinda Bencic, Simona Halep, and Mr. Now, Osaka says thinking about retaining her number one world ranking hindered her in her Madrid Open quarterfinal loss to Belinda Bencic. Now, Osaka led by a break in the final set and served for the match, while Bencic fought back to win 3-6, 6-2, 7-5. Osaka said, people have been telling me if I get to the semis, I can stay number one. So I wanted to do that. And I was thinking about that while I was playing, which wasn't necessarily a good thing. I play the best when I'm calm, and today I wasn't calm. So that is the biggest thing I can learn.
It's one thing for her to just say, oh, I wasn't calm and I played this. Stop telling us, I was thinking about world ranking. The other time she said this because she lost because people were looking at her. I don't know who we should look at if we paid money to come and watch you. Stop giving us these excuses and stop trying to be sweet and simple. Moving on, we have heard. Play. You're world number one player. Simona Halep is still in there now. And if Simona Halep wins Madrid Open, then she becomes world number one. Stop. I mean, she lost to Belinda Bencic, who has been in great form this season, starting from when she won the Hopman Cup with Roger Federer. So you coming out to say this, especially when you served for the match, is a little bit disrespectful to your opponent. It's Belinda Bencic. It's not Tega Onojaife, amateur from Abraka. I mean, really, have some respect. It's Belinda Bencic. Try. But I guess she'll have to blame herself because she's. I mean, at the end of the day, it was down to her to win her match. She didn't win it, so blame yourself. But don't make it look like if you were Belinda Bencic didn't put any effort. It's not like you just gave away all your points.
Just won,
and Belinda Bencic was just hanging around doing nothing. No, that's just not right. And that's women's tennis on the one hand. That's how close the rankings can be. Today it can be one name, tomorrow it can be three other names. That's how the rankings with the women's tennis are. On the men's side, Roger Federer was able to survive Gael Monfils yesterday, but he's facing Dominic Thiem today. And it's like he dodged the snakes to meet the lions. That's exactly what it is. Dominic Thiem leads their head-to-head by 3-2. And Dominic Thiem has won the only ever meeting that Roger Federer and himself have done on clay. So it's not looking very good for Roger Federer, but he didn't win 20 Grand Slam titles for nothing. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
All right, keep your fingers crossed. Still for Formula One, as Lewis Hamilton admits a championship battle with Mercedes teammate Valtteri Bottas will inevitably create tension, but is confident of avoiding Nico Rosberg-style rivalry with his best teammate. In his words, he told Sky Sports ahead of the Spanish GP, "It's going to be tight and close between us, and tension as just there because there's always tension when you want to beat somebody else. Everything's great. The respect is still there, and we'll continue to push on, and we won't have any problems. Do not expect what you've seen in the past," is what he promises us.
Okay, so he's talking about the past, like his relationship with Nico Rosberg, and that was really bad. Because those ones grew up together on the track from their karting days into Formula One, and Lewis Hamilton was always beating Nico Rosberg, even if Nico Rosberg was the one with the family history of car racing. And so there was a little bit of bitterness there. It wasn't just it wasn't just about we are teammates and we are all both trying to win world championships. There was a little bit of bitterness there. And he's saying that, look, with myself and Valtteri Bottas is going to be different. For one, I believe there is going to be difference, not necessarily because there won't be any fights, but Valtteri Bottas is Finnish. They don't really explode like people do. I mean, think of the likes of how Kimi Räikkönen suffered with Sebastian Vettel quietly. And I've seen Bottas in strange situations where I will just blow up, and it's not like that he's upset about the situation, but they don't react like regular people. they don't have outbursts. So and there's already been rumors that Bottas and Lewis Hamilton have actually had a clash off the track, and it was sorted out. So the fact that you didn't hear about it when it happened, the fact that you didn't even notice it when both of them were standing side by side is a big indication that even if they do have serious tension, it's not going to be obvious. But look, Ferrari at the end of the day will be praying that there's a severe clash so that Yeah, because this race in Barcelona, the last time Nico Rosberg and Hamilton met in Barcelona, they knocked each other out of the race. So Ferrari will be very happy if both Mercedes are racing each other and knock each other out of the race. They'll be like, "Thank you very much. We'll be looking to win." But I think Lewis Hamilton and Bottas will handle it a little different. Yeah, they're a little more mature.
All right. Okay. So we're going on a break right now, and when we come back, we will be entering into the world of sports. Starting off with the Liverpool story. You don't want to miss this.
You're listening to Smooth Breakfast on
Smooth Breakfast.
Love music, love life.
Oh God, now we're getting to the stories I hate.
Why? Yeah, I heard you're not happy about the All English final.
I can't understand the English people.
Why?
It's so noisy.
When I was showing you David Beckham's picture.
No, that's a fine boy. And he said, I don't hate David Beckham. I love him.
I love him.
Absolute Kai and
he's the only reason I started supporting Man U.
I mean, I don't mind some good-looking British boys. I just hate the British media when England does anything. We are not over 1966 World Cup. You can imagine what we are going to.
That's why for me it's so beautiful. Football is best experienced in England because they're mad.
I beg, let me
They're
know.
crazy.
They are kick and run football.
They are crazy about football. When I was in uni, Swansea got promoted to the Premiership. The whole city shut down.
Yep.
Like people were hugging each other. There was no
That's where
racism.
they can be.
They were hugging black, as in it was so amazing. Then when they did their parade on the street, everybody turned. It was like Christmas lights. It's just exciting to watch. They love football.
It's just a bit too much noise. We don't want. We want peace and quiet. Peace and quiet.
They're the ones who make it exciting.
I beg they should travel.
They're the ones who make it exciting. Oh, by the way, I was going to make a big announcement. For the first time ever in a long time, we did all the stories before the break. Really? Big and I was like, yay!
See newspapers for accredited dealers' contacts and more details.
Oh man, and ads are just very serious.
This is beautiful, but it's so hot outside.
Thank you, and calm down. You're most welcome to our new.
We want sponsorship.
Inside your building.
All these ads I put here. I'm warning you.
We changed to the all-new LG.
I can't say it. Well, it's Sonia's show.
And ceiling cassette.
Sonia just said, "What do you mean?"
All our offices to keep an even cool temperature, no matter how hot it is outside.
Really? But it must
Really?
not affect you in terms of energy consumption.
No, it's simply amazing. My energy consumption cost.
Wow, that was good.
40%. You can see my monthly PHCN bill.
Wow.
It comes with a modern design and even works with small generators.
I think I hurt my leg yesterday. I don't know where.
I guess I better tell my boss that we need the LG Gen Cool
so
inverter
so
in our
painful.
office.
Relax and stay cool indoors, at work, or home with the all-new LG Gen Cool inverter, floor standard, and ceiling cassette air conditioner. LG, life's good. We know there's more to seeds. That's why we're big on growth. There's more to dreams. That's why we never sleep. There's always more to service, and more which leads to rewards. So when it comes to finding more than just a bank, you'll find we are a bank that gives more because you deserve more. More than banking.
It is Shopper Martins on your radio.
Why?
Love is my mother, my father, my sister, my friend. It's my brother.
All right, we're coming up in 24 seconds.
Love is a lot of things. It's undefinable. It's pleasure and pain and laughing and delighting. And love is indescribable.
Why are we laughing in the rain,
But
Shopper?
at the end of the day,
Hmm?
it's just showing up through thick and thin. And of course, the love is smooth 98.1.
Mike's up. It is your Love Music, Love Life station here, Smooth 98.1, and we are in the locker room with Tega. Valentine and myself, I'm running the show this morning, and Tega, of course, giving you the raw, beautiful analysis of the game. Now we move on to our next story here from the football world. Liverpool to lift the replica if they win Premier League, if being the operative word. All right, so if Liverpool upset the odds and pip Manchester City to the Premier League title on Sunday, the silver trophy they lift for the first time will not be the original, but a replica. Now, the Times reported this yesterday. They said since matches on the final day of the season are played simultaneously, the Premier League will have a replica trophy on standby at Anfield in case Jurgen Klopp's side win the title. The replica is then used by the Premier League and often on display in television studios and on promotional tours. The original, which has been at City's Etihad Stadium since they won it last year, will be shipped to Brighton for Sunday's game.
Yes. So the team at the top of the table would be the team with the original trophy on standby in their game, and then the team that could likely, I want to say, usurp.
Yeah.
The team at the top of the. I
Them
don't
for
want
that
to use.
title.
I don't want to use like Manchester City owns the title and Liverpool
looks
is trying
like
to
it.
snatch it. But the team that may topple the other team, yes, gets to carry the replica. The thing about it is it's a very tricky one. The final day. I like the fact that all teams are playing at the same time. But here's what it is: Liverpool is playing at Anfield. Liverpool just defeated Barcelona in a comeback that they didn't even. I mean, they believed it would happen, but if it didn't happen, they were not going to, lose any sleep over it. But they're coming on that high, and they're playing against a Wolves side that, yes, have been very good, but have been more effective at the Molineux Stadium than on the road. And Anfield has been a fortress. Anfield is that place that they don't give you anything. So, me visualizing an upset for Wolverhampton from Wolverhampton on the final day is not. It doesn't look like it's happening. Manchester City, on the other hand, are going away to Brighton. Now, Brighton have already secured their stay in the EPL, but again, teams can be playing for pride. People that have no monkeys on their backs, they can just run a little lighter and a little faster and cause you trouble. So it could be a tricky tie for Manchester City. And they know that, so they have to win that game. But let's see how it turns out. You may lift the replica on the day, but they will still hand you the original.
I don't like trophy.
No, it's not trophy.
Won't they eventually?
They will eventually hand you the they will eventually hand you the right one.
Tega, I'm meant to make a prediction, which I'm not really happy about. Wait, can I make a prediction, please?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so the thing is, Liverpool is playing at Anfield, which is home. Man City is playing away. Now, home, it will be beautiful to win to win at home. Your people are there. I mean, I just
don't worry.
Okay.
The most important thing is to win the trophy. You can always bring the trophy back home and celebrate. It can't be hard.
All right, let's see what happens. But
I understand exactly what you mean. But trust me, if they win the trophy with only one away fan, they will still celebrate the same way. You can't diminish it on their behalf. But yeah, and that's what's going to have to happen. Liverpool, at the end of the day, you know what? If Manchester City wins it, they will celebrate, they'll be happy, but it will not be enough knowing that Liverpool is in the final of the UEFA Champions League. That's the trophy that they want. That's the one that they desire. That's the girlfriend. This one that they're managing is second choice. This EPL is second choice to them. Right, the girlfriend they want is the UCL.
Ajumobi here on WhatsApp asked this question. Says, I would like to know what's going down in the Grand Tour chess games in CIV. We'll get to that in a bit. And then we have messages from Surulere. Akorede Oludiran from Surulere says, change of strategy, not doubling up efforts is what should be done. Hashtag security is key. Okay. Now this one from Dozier says, I can imagine Liverpool players saying, if we dump out almighty Barca, it could be Tottenham. While the Tottenham players are singing, we dismissed Ajax, the team that sent the grandpa of Europe, that's Real Madrid, packing and left the dreamers of Europe, that's Juve, still licking the wounds and pains of the exit. Who's Liverpool? Or poor liver? I see the curse of Man City that hunted Liverpool in the final of last year's DCL, embracing Tottenham on June 1st. So Liverpool, grab it. That's from Dozier. I'll move on to the next story. Tottenham's Lucas Moura is living the dream, according to pundits, after Ajax heroics. Now, Lucas Moura is living the dream following his heroics in Tottenham's last gasp victory over Ajax. They sent Spurs to their first ever Champions League final on Wednesday. According to Lucas, he said in an interview, I'm living a dream, man. It's possible. It's impossible to explain what I'm feeling right now. I've always dreamt about this. I always believed I'll play a Champions League final one day, but not even in my best dreams could I imagine that it would go down the way it went. 3 goals, one of them in the final second. It was amazing. Only football can provide that. This is a really special day, he said. The most emotional of my professional career. It will no doubt about it, be in my heart forever.
It is true, and you have to understand that this is a player that's playing at a club like PSG, whose sole purpose in transfer market, getting coaches, getting players, was to win the UCL, and they couldn't even make it past knockout stages. And then you come to a club like Tottenham that's known for choking, and that is a team that is taking you to the UEFA Champions League finals. And Liverpool, while Liverpool, I could applaud Liverpool for what they did against Barcelona, but they had 90 minutes to come back. Tottenham had 45. And Tottenham, you have to talk about it was totally different, because on the one hand, with Liverpool, Barcelona really didn't show up.
Yeah.
They were just waiting for Liverpool to make a mistake so they can pounce, and that didn't happen because Liverpool didn't put a foot wrong. So it wasn't the same battle, as opposed to the other hand, where Ajax were actually playing. They had scored 1 away goal, and they started the game. They were leading by 2-0 at halftime, and it didn't look like they were done with creating chances and scoring goals. So Tottenham, for me, their feat was a bit tougher. So for them to get those 3 goals and come back into it and win and get to the finals was totally amazing.
Football magic.
It's just and the desire, and this is one thing. This is the match I'll say yes, desire really worked. Because you could see them from the minute they came out in the second half. They were a totally different team. This is how I expected Barcelona to have come out at Anfield in the second half, with hunger. Just put a little more pressure, and that's what they did. They just applied a little more pressure. Ajax cracked, and they got 1 goal, and because they got that 1 goal, they were able to believe for the rest. I would say this, and I'm very sorry. I apologize to Ajax beforehand. You did a wonderful job scoring at home and away. But maybe the naivety of a young team with game management, because they considered that goal a few seconds to the end of the game. And prior to that, they had a corner kick that they wasted. Because they
took the corner.
So they didn't cross the corner into the box. So they were trying to hold the corner near the corner flag to run down the clock, but somehow between Tadic and his teammate, they ended up fluffing it, and Tottenham had the ball, and that's how they led to the goal. So a little bit of naivety when it came to game management, and Ajax could have been the one with a 17-year-old leader in the finals. So I don't know how to say this without blaming them, but some naivety cost them that, because they played so well. They did so well in this season's championship. So for me to be able to fault them on naivety is not fair, but that's what happened. So congratulations to them, and congratulations to the EPL. They've been bragging for seasons that they're the best league in the world, and this is proof that they're the best league in the world. So they have 2 English teams. They have an all-English final in Champions League, and they have locked out Europa.
And also locked out the EPL.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like a Spanish team will come to the EPL and win the EPL.
I have to put that in, but let me talking about the English League. Tega, they're coming for you on YouTube. So YouTube comments have this: Tega is mean. Why are you hating on England? So going back to our comment behind the scene when we're talking about the English Premier League, and then Noel, that's from Kodri. Noel S says, but Tega should rejoice about the all English team finals. All these foreign coaches and players will make English football great again. Then Kodri then says, but Tega, the English teams beat the best Spanish, French, and Dutch sides. Rejoice!
And Peter Ode says, if England does not have the most skillful football league in Europe, well, she at least boasts the most passionate league that's always full-blooded. Peter Ode, thank you very much. Quadri says, I disagree with you, Tega. Liverpool wants the EPL more than the CL. They've never won the EPL. That's the main girlfriend.
Oh, I was talking about Manchester City. Yay! Manchester City wants the UCL more than the EPL. So you have to listen well. Listen well.
Balance. All right, we're listening well, and make sure you listen in as we're going on a break. We're still coming back with more comments, more stories here in the locker room. No, if English people stop playing, it's so boring.
No, it will be great.
It will not be. It will be boring.
I'm not here what now.
No.
here's what is crazy about them. None of the coaches
English.
are English. None of the best players on the hold on. None of the best players on the team are English. However, noise. Oh God.
Tega, isn't it a representation of an international football?
I beg they
That's
should
a
travel.
representation.
No, because what happens is, so you've seen all these foreign when they bring, you see all these foreign imports.
Yeah.
They have a way of affecting your national team performance.
Yes,
especially
of
with the
course.
way,
That's why England is such a great
especially
team.
the way England has the EPL has made mandatory a certain amount. If you're an English team for EPL games, and a certain amount of English players must be there.
Yeah.
And the media.
But that's why I said that EPL, they're all English teams, because it's no longer English. EPL is just a name.
No,
They're
English.
international players.
Because and you see that because of this boost, you saw what they did at the World Cup. You saw what they've done at the under 17 championships.
Yeah.
And then they're now
Because
with
they
the
used to have people like Wayne Rooney.
and they didn't need to do all these things.
What's the legend?
Yeah.
Rio Ferdinand. They had Beckham, but now they're not even raising an Iwobi that is even trying for them. They're telling them to remove him from the Arsenal. They need him. They need English representation. They're not building their local people.
Oh, but they are now. That's why English people.
And because of the policy now,
Yeah.
even for the policy, if people like and because their owners are not English either, so
Yeah.
their owners just want to win matches. They don't care about any
I know
patriotism or anything.
you will sell your club. They can frustrate you out of when there's policy. Once there's that policy,
that's
they will
one
hold
thing.
on
They
to it.
protect their people. It's not like Nigeria.
You must give them work. Okay, we'll take which story is left.
So we have Sarri.
Sorry. Okay, let's take the Sarri story. I need to cover.
Okay.
No
more questions.
No, it's done.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't believe this week UEFA is it UEFA? It's not. What's this? This Sunday? What's the final? EPL.
EPL.
Is gone. Oh, I'm actually happy. Oh, thank God. My house will rest. Okay, so we're coming back. We have only a few minutes to go, and then we have comments.
Okay, so I will do two
short.
sentences.
All right.
And then we'll take the comments, because comments for me are more important.
Mic's up. Yes, indeed, the smoothest dial on radio. We're here, we're back, and Tega is still here with the locker room. Valentine and myself, I are running the show and steering the ship of greatness, like we like to call it. The next story here, final one for today. Maurizio Sarri says Chelsea's character and personality saw them through to Europa League final.
Yeah, but their character and personality also let them play extra time in a game that they looked like they were going to win, or that they could have won earlier. But at the end of the day, it comes down to what they were able to do with the results. And that's how Chelsea have been, a bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Sometimes very brilliant, sometimes really, really poor. Unfortunately, on the night, Frankfurt couldn't take advantage of Chelsea's mistakes, and it led to the lottery of penalty shootout. When it comes down to that, there's no real, it's a toss-up. Sometimes goalkeepers have an excellent day, sometimes they don't, and your team wins. So congratulations to Chelsea. They're in the finals. They get to face Arsenal, who has Unai Emery, who's won this championship several times. So let's see if you can beat your London rivals.
All right, we have messages to get to before we go. We have this one from Biggie from Ketu. He says, you guys should just leave these people and talk about our darling boys, Arsenal. We're coming for Chelsea to collect the Europa. On the other hand, Ajax needs experience. They had a lot of chances. I still believe they can win the Champions League. Maybe it's because of the fasting, though. But shout out to Maxi Abumayan. Thank you. You meant Mazi. All right. Adegoke from Race Course says, Liverpool versus Barcelona story is a phenomenal episode of judgment prevailing over Messi. It just goes to show that British football clubs have more to offer than is vividly apparent. Just remained one more goal to equal 5, and Liverpool would have spelled the number of alphabets that exist in the world Barca. Seems like the European continental denomination of soccer has come to an end. Kudos to the dream team and go all the way, including the Tottenham demolition. Ooh, wow. Okay.
All right, we have one more here from YouTube. Noel says, Sega just proved my points. The Europa and Champions League is their best, is the Brexit swan song. English football is not England football team. All right, that's all we can take this morning, but thank you so much to everyone who's commented, everyone who's joined the conversation this morning, and very importantly, very big thanks to Tega as well. Consistent, professional, and entertaining all at once.
What do you want?
Pizza.
Please follow Tega Supreme, and also the work she's doing with Ladies in Sports at LIS International. Follow us here at Smooth 981 FM on all social media platforms, and of course, stay with us. Feel Good Friday.